Hello, welcome to the Chronically Online Podcast. This is the podcast for marketers, marketing professionals, and people who just like nerdy things as well. My name is George, and this is
James.
And we're marketing professionals. So we've been working in the marketing field for a long time, but we're also really into geeky things as well, and general memes. We're chronically online. Is what we're trying
Way
to do.
too much.
Yeah, that's it.
Way too much.
Chronically. The first thing I'm going to discuss is a meme that I found. And as soon as I found it, as is the way, you see it once, see it twice, see it 3-4 times, and I'm like, okay, this is been catching on. My question
Getting out of hand.
It is. My question to you, because you browse TikTok a lot more than I do.
Far too much.
Yeah. I browse Instagram more than TikTok. So I'm wondering, is this a TikTok meme that I'm only just getting on Instagram? Okay. So it is, as I'm going to describe it, Nintendo Wii music against footage of a baseball video game edited with absolutely diabolical clips of random stuff. Okay, I'm just going to play one.
Not to be dramatic, but I'm pretty sure someone has shot a load into my
Yo! Someone just fired on a taco, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck? Hey, yeah, that kid's gooning, bro.
Oh man, so you hadn't seen that before?
Okay.
Oh god.
So
there's loads more.
That will kind of pop up in different variations, right? But like that's MLB The Show. So like that's but it's with the Wii Sports music. Yeah. So we've got already a crossover there.
So MLB The Show. I mean, that was a video game though, yeah.
That's like the main MLB game, like NBA 2K or FIFA.
Right. Yeah. So you recognise that footage?
Yeah,
the video game.
I've just never see. This is why that's on Instagram only. That stuff is, I think, might be too out of pocket for TikTok.
Maybe
some things TikTok's quite good at regulating. I noticed there's way more like darker humor on IG as opposed to TikTok.
So much, yeah. I'm guessing sometimes when I like encounter some things, I'm like, okay, I'm liking this reel. This is funny reels, made me laugh, but it's dark as fuck. Yeah. And I'm wondering who else sees that I've liked this.
Mine and your feeds are so similar because a lot of times I'm scrolling through and I just see the fact you've already liked it. I'm like, yeah.
Good. Okay.
A man of culture as well, I see. But yeah.
But yeah, you've never seen that meme before.
So
then.
You'd probably seen, like, I've seen that combo, but it'll be just like with the core edits we talked about in the previous episode, and it'll go to the next one.
Right.
So not with that, no. There is a creator I know who plays MLB The Show all the time.
Okay.
And he's really good with green screen. So he green screens himself so say someone's fucked up the catch, he'll just green screen himself right next to him, just shouting in his face like, "Hey, Mora, look what you're at!" Like it's the most New York or Boston. I'm not sure what his accent is. But like it's jokes. But I'm not sure why baseball was like a thing. Maybe it's just the hitting the home run.
I think it's all timed and edited, so it's right before the crack of the ball.
Yeah, I think there's an element that people might want to see. Actually, is that going to be a home run or not? Even if you're not into baseball, and I think that's the thing that might drag you into the narrative, and then me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've seen that one format, that one meme, but 4, 5, 6 times, where it's always baseball video game, the MLB The Show, with the Wii music, and then just different clips. And it's always that same thing.
I could see more unhinged brands using that. So like KFC TikTok, for instance, they're quite good at stuff like that. There's a bunch of like memes or things that go viral with like inside KFCs. So like someone going off of throwing chicken nuggets at someone. If you put that in there, that would be a great KFC ad.
It would, yeah. And I suppose they'd need to make it, if a brand like KFC were to put themselves into this meme, they would kind of need to prepare, 3 or 4 different scenarios, wouldn't they? They have to prepare 3 or 4 different scenarios, because on the original organic, real meme, people just find random crap. They find that weird kid with the VR headset. They find that burger clip, that whatever else is happening in that video. Whereas if you were a brand doing it, you'd have to kind of write and plan and act different scenarios. Which is that would be hard to kind of like do the whole authenticity thing.
It'd be pretty hard to do genuinely. Yeah. I think that's to the advantage of those like bigger brands. I could easily see like a Curry's doing that with some of the more like funny things they do. It's just like, but if you tried to put like really obvious promo or like sales into that, it'd be gross. It would. Immediate like shutdown cringe system. So
I think with Curry's, they have a kind of style now, at least for me, when I see them, I go, oh, it's curries.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel good about that. Like, oh, good, it's another funny curries video. I don't need to kind of like go over that barrier of trust with them because that brand marketing has already hit that.
Or you don't immediately scroll when you see a brand name.
Yeah.
Because we're also barely trained to do that at some point. I feel like people do not understand how much we are ad-gone. Like, we'll avoid it at all costs. It's baked into the psyche at this point. So for a brand to be able to conquer that, that's some good stuff.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, so this one, maybe if you're a big brand, you can do the kind of like crazy clips, MLB The Show, Nintendo Wii meme thing.
Yeah.
But if
the
you're
Wii Sports bowling one you could cut into. There's a lot of scenarios which you could do it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it's just funny because it reminds me of the sea meme from like a while ago where it would be like...
it's that same clip of the ocean from
the
stair
ocean
set.
with the flute music.
Yeah.
And it would always be that sea clip and you go, I can't wait to see what clip they show.
Random, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the same thing where it's always the MLB The Show footage. I'm like, okay, good. What's going to come up on my screen? Yeah, but okay, so that's what we're saying is big brand, KFC, curries, open to it.
Yeah, go for it. I mean,
else?
or anyone that has like a lot of things that happen to be shot with your product or service or like retail place. So this could be a lot of things. You know, if Weatherspoons had social, I'm sure there's so many things that have gone viral inside of Spoons that you could have popped in there, right? Although they refuse to do it. So it's just finding out if things are applicable or not. I can imagine something like this might seem boring on the outset, but maybe a CCTV company. Or Ring doing something like that to insert some of the random shit that happens in there as well. So find ways to insert your brand in the things that people wouldn't expect.
Yeah.
Because unexpected usually means good for you.
Yeah, I can actually, now you've said that, I can totally imagine a Ring doorbell version of that MLB The Show because there was that clip I discussed, a few episodes ago of a clip from a Ring doorbell of
the guy
someone
that fell through the floor you showed.
Yeah, a builder just fell through the floor. It was hilarious. Imagine that, but like times 3, just different clips of someone's front garden, people falling over, carrying the shopping, whatever. That would
Easy
work
money
in that.
every time.
Yeah, that would actually work in that meme. Wow, okay. Get on it, Ring doorbell.
Gotta think flexibly.
Yeah.
And I'll send you my invoice in the post, by the way. So that'll work. But I've said it before on the show, but remember, you have around 2 to 3 seconds, like on average, to stop someone's thumb while scrolling. So please, for the love of God, do something to catch them in that first 3 seconds. That's your most vital thing. Doesn't matter how cracking that video is. If you don't have some methods to keep their attention, you could have the best documentary ever made. No one will know it's there. Because they aren't ready to receive it on that platform without you grabbing them in a way that fits on that platform. So it has to be adjusted sometimes per platform, which can be really hard to do from a resource point of view. You'll have easy crossovers, like that'll fit on your Instagram and your TikToks, but something else might grab someone on your LinkedIn, for instance. It might be something more inspirational, aspirational, or like, this one thing completely changed the trajectory of my career.
Yeah.
And then you could insert a random ass meme, just for a laugh, but like, that you put that on LinkedIn, it might not perform as well as the classic business hook. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's really, really interesting. I've noticed that the key these days, instead of the same kind of content across the board, it is much more curation. At one point, it was just videos getting so many views, you don't really have to worry about channel customization. It is now more and more important.
Interesting point as well, because the way you're saying, well, everyone knows, 2 seconds, 3 seconds at the start is needed to hook.
Mm-hmm.
Because people will not watch the rest of it if they don't watch the first 2 seconds.
No.
And it's funny because what we're basically saying there is market the marketing.
Mm-hmm.
That first 2 seconds is marketing for the rest of the marketing.
Yeah.
It was such a strange concept, but yeah.
Yeah, even on short form, let's say if you're doing more B2B informational stuff, like if this is a clip of like this specific moment, we're going to have to take the best bit of this conversation, front load it to the first 5, and then the rest of the 60 seconds will reveal the context of what was said.
Yeah, go back in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and that can be done in the funny way. That, for instance, if we're uploading this to Instagram, I'm going to take my first reaction to that clip while shouting, "He's gooning, bruh!" And I'm going to take that and put it there. And then for LinkedIn, I'm going to take on average, you have 2 to 3 seconds. It's you do have to start, but it doesn't take long to make that adjustment. You just have to have the kind of forewarning to go, or I'm going to brief it into the studio, or I'm working with an agency or whatever, and you go, could you guys make sure you adjust the best bit per platform, please?
I'm picturing the notes that you're sending to this imaginary
some
studio.
wild notes.
Can you use the edited sequence? He's gooning, bruh. in quotation marks.
Time code 139 to 249. Transcript, he gooning, bro. All caps or just like one lower cap, higher cap.
God.
But yeah, even on stupid content, you have to adjust. Tis the way.
It is. Yeah, and the way that Instagram, like you're saying, does have more of a dirty, explicit mentality. TikTok is more clean. We definitely see TikTok is a bit more clean.
And I can't tell if it's the community or the curation that makes it that way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I've seen some unhinged things on TikTok too, but like even comment sections are wilder on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
I have no idea what that is. Because you'd expect the youngers to be more ruthless if we're going off the stereotype of TikTok being younger than Instagram. But it's just like, I wonder what makes you the way you are, Instagram.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I've seen that more of an effort towards like clean content on TikTok in my next point about a marketing update, a marketing observation that we've made.
Yeah.
And this episode, I'm talking about DJ AG.
Hey, big ups. Mentioned on previous ep.
Yeah, love DJ. I've already got like other notes about
King
it.
of lives.
I love DJ AG. So it was a DJ AG live stream actually that I saw this on TikTok. And there was a rapper doing a performance on DJ AG's live stream. It was really cool. And suddenly started swearing a bit too much, right? I think DJ AG will kind of like let a word slide maybe, but he was saying some words that DJ was just like, no, stop. And he actually stopped the music. He was like, no, hold on. Yeah, pretty much. He's like, no, carry on. And in that moment, when I was watching the live stream, I thought, oh, okay, how are people going to react to this? Like, he just stopped the stream.
Yeah.
Everyone in the comments supported his decision, right? They were like, yeah, I don't want to see that right now. And they kept on posting the soap emoji. As
wash his mouth out. Yeah,
wash your mouth out, like, be clean. And it was just amazing because in that moment, it showed the community impact that DJ AG has.
Hell yeah.
All of his community, all of his commenters agreed with him and was like, nah, yeah, I don't want to hear that. Get the swearing off my screen. Like, whatever. I was watching it like, wow, I can't believe that. Like, it's really interesting.
And that's that personal brand he's created, right?
Yeah,
you know, it's the same as like if Miss Rachel, Coco Melon, or the Teletubbies just randomly went...
Yeah.
Well, I won't do it. But started doing expletives of all different kinds, right? You just be like, whoa, I came here for this type of content. Don't be giving me other stuff. Because I can have that, but just not right here. So people kind of gathered a nice, wholesome image of him. Because I think that's part of it, right? And they support that wholesome side of it. And they probably support the fact that he sticks by that consistently.
Yeah.
So whether you do choose a more sweary route, for instance, Gary Vee's a perfect example of this. There'll be no stage show or anything like that where he holds himself back and doesn't swear on stage or do anything like that. It's one of the reasons that I swear in pretty much all of my content as well. So I'm like, you either do it or you don't. You stay consistent throughout the whole thing. Like, I don't care if I'm in front of hundreds of thousands of CEOs or if I'm just like sat in the studio doing this. I'm still going to do the same thing because you kind of just got to pick a road and stick to it, and people can then respect you for it. But to like flip flop on one thing or the other, nah, just stick to who you are. So shouts out to him and the brand he's created. Because a lot of other brands now want to pair with him because of that as well.
So many.
So for creators out there who are starting out or are somewhat into their career, start to think about your brand in that sense. Like, okay, if I'm going to start opening up to partnerships now, what kind of partnerships do I want to get? You know, are you the podcast that's like so weird and right wing that you have to like only get weird sponsors?
That's
like,
us.
Yeah, get on the boats, man. But like a lot of like the bro podcasts in the States are only sponsored by like Blue Chew, which is like a fucking Viagra over there, or like, so you have those random ass sponsors. So think about it. You have to, at some point it does become I should really start thinking about what direction I want to go in. So yes, have a think, y'all.
You're right about that kind of wholesome identity that DJ AG has created as well, because he's done a whole nother content pocket, which is him at retirement homes. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I haven't, no.
Yeah,
I see him occasionally on my lives, but I haven't stopped to like watch for very long.
Okay, yeah, well, it's not just live streams, it's video, generic videos as well, but he'll be like in a retirement home with his like decks of these like vinyl records, and these old people are around him just absolutely feeling the music, and he's just, it's such a nice, wholesome, happy little video. Yeah. I love it. And it connects to that, like I said, the soap emoji. All of his commenters were like, yeah, cool, I don't want to hear the swearing. Thank you. Yeah,
and I wonder if this says something about where we are at the moment, because, creators often reflect where you are societally at times. And if we are seeing more of a rise of wholesome creators, That might be because people do want to break from how crazy the world ends up being. So again, it's it's a niche to think about. Like, you can be a wholesome creator in something like the rap, DJ, or grime scene, which would typically be far more edgy, as opposed to, now that's the niche he found. Like, similar to when we think back to rappers that first inserted comedy into their music, Eminem, Lil Dicky, things like that. Like, when you're like, oh, actually, that makes sense. That makes sense. So carving out a narrative for yourself, it can be something where if there's not someone filling that gap, give it a go, test it, see if it works. Although don't double down on something that's not completely working, FYI.
No, try it.
Yeah,
check the results.
See how it goes, see if there's a little something there.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, it worked for DJ AG, and I can't bloody wait for more of his stuff. I think he had Ed Sheeran and JME on at the same time the other day.
Once you've had big names like that come on, it's just like you're flying.
I know, at the same time as well. They were like taking turns. It was epic.
Yeah.
I only saw a little bit though. I got to watch the rest. Love it. Absolutely love it. Geeky things. So we like to end the episode by talking about some random geeky observational stuff we've been up to.
Turn them hat.
Balatro.
Oh, I've heard this is like the most addictive game on planet Earth.
Oh my days, it is so addictive. So you know what it's about, yeah? Have you seen the clips?
Yeah, I've kind of seen it. It's like poker hands in some way or another. I looked at it, tried to understand it, and if because I have the brain the size of a peanut, I didn't get it in the first 10 seconds, so I just went, I was gone.
I gotta say, when I decided to talk about it on the podcast, I was thinking, oh wow, this is not James's game at all. But just because you said you like your God of Wars, like give me a linear hack and slash. But yeah, Balatro, it's not like a particularly clever game or anything. It's just about numbers. So it's poker hands, but it's all about points. So nothing to do with an opponent. There is no opponent hand. It's just your own hand and the points you collect. And the way it works is that you get jokers, and each joker is random crap. Like, okay, every face card gives you ×2 multiplier.
Okay, so they're good usually. Or
Well, they can be kind of like a bit of both. They can be things like, okay, every club and spade are both the same. Okay. So just like blacks and reds. And then I do random crap like this joker copies the joker next to it.
Interesting.
So then what it means is that you end up with like jokers on jokers on jokers, and you get points that are in the fucking like tens of thousands because it goes like bring, and that's why it's so addictive. Because
because it's just tapping into that casino part of your brain.
That's it. It's like a pinball machine. You see the ball go ding, 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 and that's how Balatro works.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool. It's a kind of weird geeky interest, and it's won awards.
Yeah, so I've seen it everywhere because most of if you go on YouTube for it, it's just like I'm completely addicted, like the most addictive game ever. Like, I think like it's the narrative that come around it. So talk about that's a lucky break for a gaming brand there to get that.
It is, yeah, and they're in a small indie company, so they won best debut indie game. So I'm guessing it was like their first game. It was insane. I've even seen a couple people who will kind of cosplay as the Joker.
Interesting.
In the, what's he called? He's called Jumbo. I think he's called Jumbo.
Yeah.
Jumbo, the Joker character. And he's got a bit of a weird look. Cause it's like
people will cosplay anything these days.
Yeah,
right?
I know. Yeah. I mean, the guy looks good.
Yeah.
But even that is kind of like it's captured the zeitgeist as much as people will kind of cosplay as the main character.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of cool because it reminds me of Civilization. I don't suppose you would have played the Civilization games.
No, but I know of it.
Yeah. The whole shtick of that is just one more turn. That's what people say. Just one. You just click once. That's it. And you go, okay, the map moves. And you go, okay, nice. Move my pieces around. Just one more time. And then you do it again and again. That's Balatro.
I'm trying to think of like what game that's been like that for me, I guess.
Yeah. Is there moments in in Marvel Rivals where you're like, okay, just one more 10-minute game?
Oh well, yeah. Well, I think like competitive shooters will always share that because you're just like, one, you can't. If you're winning, you can't stop the streak.
Okay.
But you can't end on a loss either.
Oh right.
This is how you end up until 3 a.m.
Yeah, so that sounds addictive.
That will happen on COD or Rivals or whatever. But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing. But
I suppose you could stop, but you just don't want to.
But no, I love that a lot of the games we're talking about all coming from like indie studios, or they're like mid-level games, even if they're from bigger studios. Like,
sure. Yeah.
I'm not sure if you saw the massive update with Helldivers recently.
Yeah, it's set on Earth now. Is that what I'm talking about? Is that an old update?
For ages we've been spreading managed democracy throughout the planet's solar system. By the way, for those who don't know, Helldivers is essentially like a massive
Starship Troopers
parody. actually. And to be fair, it was like a solo game before. So the first one was like a top-down shooter. It was out on a 360. And then it's just evolved into kind of like third-person, like always live experience. And at the time when it launched, Helldivers was like, it was at the time when everyone was hating on live service games. Okay. They was like, I don't want any more of this shit. This is when they launched the that terrible Suicide Squad game and like other stuff, and it was just like, why on earth would you make that live service? And it was the same time that Assassin's Creed Skull and Bones flopped as well, where it was just a pirate game. So yeah, but they managed to launch super successfully. One, because it was like 40 quid. So, and every game was like 80 quid. So it was like, okay, cool. The variation for planets and other stuff was really cool. And their marketing was sick. Like, or should I say propaganda? Because that's what it really was, mate. I was a full-blown fascist. Virtual fascist.
We're killing aliens in the space galaxy. It's not fascism.
They're against democracy. We have to, and like they've got this like kind of really cheesy voice actor in to do it all. But the most recent update is, as we've been expanding to different planets, a new species of aliens has come along called the Illuminate. So you had two kind of enemy variants before. Whole new species. They've pushed towards Earth, and now you're fighting on Super Earth itself. But since the game began, it's always been in the middle of the map for you to look at, and you can like interact with it. But now you're finally fighting on Earth's soil, and you've got to defend democracy.
Is the update out?
Yeah. It's been out. Yeah, like.
Oh man, see, I've only read the news. I didn't know that the update was actually out.
People are like, I actively see, like, I haven't seen it since the game launched, because the community around it was insane. People were like making full-blown propaganda videos. I watched a channel that did daily Super Earth updates, because each planet updates live. So like we've captured like Molon 4, but the automatons have taken Saquon 5 or whatever. And it would have call to actions like get back on. Yeah. And you'd actually see live player counters at each planet. It is a active live war. It always has been. They took a massive dip, and then ever since they've started updating it, because it got a bit samey, I must admit, but they've added jeeps and vehicles and like it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because that's when I stopped.
Because that's the thing I hate about it, was the walking. There was so much walking. Yeah. But it felt like that Death Stranding game where you just walk, where you're just a bloody postman in space. But now that with this update, mate, I'm seeing the propaganda's back. It's just I'm getting constant calls to come back. I'm seeing the trailers all the time, and people that are making trailers of their own. And there's now like I keep getting ads on Amazon for I was at Malevelon Creek, or a Malevelon Creek veteran hat, which when the game first launched was like the scariest planet going. I was there, man. I saw it. It was creepy. But
why was it so scary?
It was space Vietnam.
Okay.
But the whole planet was slightly dark. So you could barely see anything.
I might have played that.
It was one of the first ones. It was one of the high difficulty ones, and you were fighting the automatons, so they were like the robots and stuff.
Oh no, I didn't do that one then.
Oh yeah. So the automatons do look scarier than, like, because at first you're fighting bugs like Starship Troopers, but there's a whole basically Terminator race called the automatons, and it was the first time you really interacted with them if you first played the game. And if you went in there all reckless, they would shame you. But because you can't really see where you're going on that planet, it's like you're wading through swamps, and you've got robots chasing you. Oh, man. There's full-blown like PTSD Vietnam edits online. But I just love it. Just revived the community just with one update. So it's really cool to see games like that succeeding more than the AAAs or quadruple A's, because that's what will prove to you is you need to make more of that. Yeah. Homegrown, real feel without it being overpriced. Yeah. Because Nintendo upped its prices. It's not good. I ain't buying this new Switch. I can tell you that right now. So
I'll buy one in a few years, I reckon.
Yeah, once it goes down. Which I've always been a day one console buyer, but not this time. Oh, not this time.
Well, yeah, no, you're right. I think that's happening more and more. Like you say, the small companies, small devs, and small games. It's not just a flash in the pan thing. Like it looks like there are so many smaller games getting bigger and bigger. So many small developers actually making good stuff and making money. It's not just a kind of like, you can imagine the big exec in the studio going like, oh sure, let them have their little little moment in the sun, whatever. Like no, this isn't a moment in the sun. This looks like it's actually a bit of a shift.
It's a new era of gaming, I feel, which is good. It's what we need. Because like you were playing Expedition 33. Yeah, like, I really like. I might give it a go because it's on Game Pass. Right, it's got to be done. Now again, Game Pass is legendary, mate. Like it's
my brother keeps talking about it. My brother, because he's got Xbox.
They put the new Doom on there.
That's
day
nuts.
one. I can't wait. I'm still trying to finish Skyrim, although I don't think I will like. That's going to be an ongoing thing for the next like 5 years for me.
Yeah, it will never stop, Skyrim. Just
Yeah.
FYI. I think I put like 200 hours into Skyrim in total. I probably did like 20% of the stuff you can do.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane.
I've gone all in on like a two-handed tanky build, and I'm really regretting it now. I'm trying to take down more dragons
Oh, yeah.
because I'm just like, get down here,
Yeah.
and I can't get reaching. But I'll save Skyrim for another episode. But I could do a whole episode dedicated to me glazing Skyrim at this point.
Dude, we'll do that next time. Or maybe the time after that.
Bro,
I wanna do that.
I was holding Skyrim back.
Yeah.
I now just sit there watching Skyrim retrospective YouTube videos. I watched a whole hour retrospective
Nice.
the other day. And I was just like, I'm so in deep right now, bro. But yeah, just loving it, mate. Loving it.
Yeah, that won't stop.
No.
Yeah. No, that's cool. I love the sound of this. Love the sound of the new wave of smaller games, smaller companies getting
Hell
bigger
yeah,
and
brother.
bigger. But that was it for episode 18 of the Chronically Online Podcast. If you like the sound of this, if you're a marketing person, you want to know more marketing updates and insight from two professionals,
Aye.
please give this video a like, give this podcast a like, and we will see you next time on the
Hell
Chronically
yeah.
Online Podcast.
See y'all later.